Imagine a company that never sleeps. The CEO, the quantitative analysts, the lead engineers, they are all active all the time. But there isn't a single human being on the payroll. In traditional finance, human involvement causes direct economic leakage. Every time a workflow pauses for a 5 p.m. banking cutoff, or a system sits idle waiting for a manager to click an approval button, capital is lost to friction. This is why Web3 is moving past the era of token speculation and transforming into an invisible execution layer. As this system blueprint states, the next market cycle will be won by autonomous infrastructure, not hype. In the modern internet economy, any delay between intent and settlement is a structural design flaw, and machines are built specifically to exploit that flaw. But you cannot simply connect a standard AI chatbot to a corporate bank account. Artificial intelligence lacks legal identity, and current models still hallucinate, making them too volatile for direct financial control. These models also suffer from a severe memory deficit. Standard APIs wake up completely blank between every single prompt. They have no inherent way to retain their operational history or context as a project moves forward. Building a zero-human company requires abandoning passive software platforms entirely. You have to construct a completely new architectural blueprint, one designed specifically for autonomous, verifiable action. Because machines cannot open traditional bank accounts, they require decentralized ledgers to execute value trustlessly. This infrastructure is built on what system architects call the Trinity of DLT, weaving 3 distinct ledgers together. The first node is the XRP Ledger, which handles high-speed value transfer and instant liquidity. The second node is Algorand. It provides pure mathematical finality, meaning once a transaction clears, there is zero risk of the network splitting or reversing the record. Finally, Hedera supplies high-throughput, sub-second consensus. This generates an immediate cryptographic audit trail for accountability. By combining these 3 ledgers, AI agents can execute complex, cross-chain financial decisions instantly, bypassing the massive gas fees that stall standard Web3 development. With the physical rails in place, the system needs a management layer. The paperclip AI orchestrator organizes autonomous agents into rigid corporate hierarchies, assigning distinct roles to a designated CEO, quant, and engineer. But this brings us back to the memory deficit, what developers call the memento man problem. If an agent wakes up with zero memory between prompts, a multi-step workflow will instantly derail. The orchestrator solves this by forcing every agent to run a heartbeat check-in. Before an agent can execute a task, it is forced to reference a strict memory file system known as PARA, standing for projects, areas, resources, and archives. Treating memory as a mandatory external filing cabinet allows the AI to retain its operational history without overloading its active token limit. Even with perfect memory, autonomous systems face a mathematical risk known as the measurability gap. As automating cognitive tasks becomes incredibly cheap, businesses face a strong economic temptation to deploy completely unverified AI systems. The danger lies in the compounding math. This chart illustrates a standard 10-step AI workflow. If the AI operates with a 95% accuracy rate per step, the errors snowball. By the final step, the overall success rate degrades to a disastrous 59.8%. The structural fix is to deploy an independent quality assurance, or QA agent. This secondary model exists strictly to audit the primary AI at intermediate checkpoints, resetting the accuracy trajectory upward after every single step. This multi-agent validation loop drops the end-to-end error rate down to just 0.25%. Building ecosystems where AI models constantly audit each other is the only safeguard against a catastrophic hollow economy filled with compounding machine errors. The reliability of these multi-agent loops allows the system to scale into specialized business functions. By applying the same high-accuracy memory and auditing checks to marketing, code auditing, and treasury management, the orchestrator begins to operate as a direct replacement for both administrative teams and specialized software suites. By consolidating these departments into a single autonomous loop, a company can bypass the fees of external consultants and the subscriptions of legacy platforms, resulting in an estimated overhead reduction of $100,000. This establishes a landscape where manual coordination is a liability. When competitors move capital at API speed, human-driven workflows become a structural disadvantage. In this environment, the success of a project is defined by its ability to execute, regardless of the hype. But there is a significant barrier to entry. Accessing this trustless, high-speed, autonomous workforce isn't as simple as paying a monthly software subscription. To enter the orchestrator, users are required to hold a minimum of 2% of the total DeFi token supply. This steep cryptographic gate prevents civil attacks and ensures that only highly aligned participants can command the machine workforce. The system is already fully operational. Recent status reports show over 128,000 active agents, processing nearly 10 million tasks and over $2 billion in value. But if the requirements to use this autonomous infrastructure are set so high, it raises a final question. Will the zero-human economy be an open frontier for everyone, or a walled garden reserved for cryptographic whales?